Thailand. Just saying the name makes you think of stunning beaches, right?
Yeah.
Vibrant markets, ancient temples.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what? It's not just in our heads. Year after year, Thailand pulls in, well, massive numbers of tourists from everywhere.
It really does.
So the question we're digging into today is, what is it about Thailand? Why is it so consistently popular?
Exactly. And we've gone through quite a range of sources to try and get a handle on this.
Right.
We're looking at, the economy, the culture, its history, even sort of looking ahead to the future.
Right.
Think of this as your shortcut, really, to understanding why Thailand has this lasting global appeal.
All right, let's dive in then. So one of the first things that really stands out in the research is just the sheer economic power of tourism in Thailand.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking small change here.
Not at all. The data makes it really clear. Tourism is a huge driver for Thailand.
Huge how?
Well, back in 2012, its direct contribution, just direct to this GDP, was $27.8 billion.
Wow. Okay. $27.8 billion.
And the forecasts for 2013 were even higher, jumping to maybe $29.2 billion. That's, a serious chunk of their economy.
Those numbers really make you sit up and take notice. But it's more than just what tourists spend directly, right?
Yeah.
On hotels and things.
Precisely. Yeah. When you look at the sort of the broader impact, things like investment in the sector, the supply chains that keep it all going, what economists call induced income.
Right.
Then the total impact is, well, even more impressive. For 2012, we're talking something like $46.3 billion.
$46 billion.
Yeah, with forecasts hitting nearly $49 billion the next year.
Okay, induced income. That's like when people working in tourism spend their wages elsewhere in the economy. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. It's that ripple effect.
Oh.
And I mean, think about jobs. The job creation figures are just as striking.
Right. How many?
In 2012, tourism supported about 3.5 million jobs.
3.5 million.
With projections for that to rise to 3.65 million in 2013. That is a huge number of people whose livelihoods are linked to this.
It really underscores how vital tourism is for so many people in Thailand. Now, the research also mentions this multiplier effect. Can you break that down a bit? Maybe give us an example.
Sure, yeah. So imagine a tourist eats at a local restaurant, spends some money there.
Okay.
That restaurant then needs to buy, say, fresh vegetables from a local farm.
Right.
The farmer then uses that income, maybe buy some new tools or hire someone. So that first bit of tourist money has, multiplied its effect.
I see.
It's supporting jobs and businesses way beyond just the restaurant, agriculture, transport, you name it. It just cascades through.
That makes it much clearer, like dropping a pebble in a pond.
Yeah.
The ripples spread out.
Exactly.
Okay, shifting gears a little. Thailand's appeal isn't just, the bottom line. Our sources really stress the history and culture. It wasn't always about beach resorts, was it?
No, not at all. The story of tourism, or maybe travel, in Thailand goes way back. It's tied up with ancient trade routes, centuries of cultural mixing. Its location has always been really key, sort of a natural crossroads in Southeast Asia for travelers, traders, even pilgrims.
So even hundreds of years ago, it was a place people passed through, experienced different cultures.
Absolutely. And what's quite fascinating is you find mentions in early European documents. There's a Portuguese map from 1527.
1527.
Yeah, and it refers to Siam.
Right.
So it was definitely on the map, so to speak, even then. These early connections kind of laid the groundwork.
And the cultural landscape itself, it sounds incredibly diverse. I think the research said something like 36 ethnic groups.
That's right, around 36.
And that must create a really unique atmosphere for visitors.
It really does. I mean, Thailand is a genuine melting pot. You have the Thai people as the majority, sure, but also many other groups.
Like who?
Well, you've got Mon Khmer communities. You have the Sea Gypsies along the Andaman coast, each with their own traditions, languages, ways of life. This diversity, it's not just interesting trivia. It really enriches the whole experience for anyone visiting.
It's amazing, all those different threads woven together. Now, the research also mentions resilience. Thailand's faced some real challenges.
That's a really important point. Yeah. Think about the 2004 tsunami, which was devastating, or, periods of political unrest.
Right, things that could have crippled the industry.
Exactly. But the Thai tourism sector has shown this, remarkable ability to recover, to bounce back and even thrive.
Yeah.
It says a lot about the enduring appeal of the place and, frankly, the spirit of the people working in tourism there.
It really does. There's this underlying strength. And It sounds like there was a key moment, a turning point maybe, in how Thailand engaged with the world.
Yes, there was a period, late 19th century, where it was more inward-looking. But earlier, in the early 19th century, leaders made a really insightful move.
What was that?
They recognized the need to engage with the West, to adopt certain ideas, technologies, but they did it carefully. So they managed to blend their deep traditions with, modern progress, and that created this unique identity that's, well, very attractive to visitors.
That mix, tradition and modernity, seems key. Okay, let's talk about what probably comes to mind for most people. The stunning nature, the culture. The research basically calls it paradise.
It pretty much does, yeah. Heaven on earth is the phrase used in one source, and looking at the descriptions, you can see why.
Right.
You've got these incredibly varied natural spots. The coastlines, like Phuket it mentions, snow-white shores and crystal clear turquoise waters. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it?
Absolutely postcard stuff. And then completely different, but just as amazing, you have the highlands, like Chiang Mai. Those emerald green mountains.
Exactly. The variety is huge. And it goes underwater, too. The Andaman Sea near Krabi apparently has ancient formations and vibrant corals.
Ah, so great for diving and snorkeling.
World class, yeah. And it seems both the north and south have these beautiful coral reefs, really diverse marine life.
So, beach bum, mountain trekker, diver, Thailand seems to have you covered.
Pretty much.
And beyond the nature, the cultural side is immense.
Oh, absolutely. It's packed with history. Ancient museums, incredible temples, palaces, historic cities. The story goes way back, even to prehistoric times.
Wow.
And its culture, its traditional music, has even got UNESCO World Heritage recognition.
That's a big deal, UNESCO recognition.
It really is. It signals global significance.
And it's not just like old buildings, right?
Yeah.
There are living traditions, too.
Precisely. Think about the festivals Loy Krathong, the floating lights.
Beautiful.
The plowing ceremony, which is ancient. Songkran, the massive water festival.
Oh, yeah, Songkran.
And even things like Thai boxing, Muay Thai. It's all part of this living cultural fabric that gives tourists these really immersive experiences.
It's that chance to see, maybe even join in, that makes a trip so much richer. And it's interesting. The research says nature acts as a major cultural agent. What does that mean?
Well, it's how the environment shapes culture. So a beautiful beach isn't just scenery. It might be where important local ceremonies happen or festivals.
Oh, okay.
Or just a place families traditionally gather. So nature isn't separate. It's, deeply woven into the cultural identity and practices.
That constant connection, land and culture. And with all this beauty, is there a focus on protecting it?
Yes. Definitely. The fact that Thailand has, I think, 127 protected areas.
127, okay.
That shows a real commitment to conserving biodiversity for the future.
That's good to hear. It's about safeguarding those assets. Now, to handle all these tourists, the infrastructure, the services, they must be pretty good.
They really are. The research points to a very well-developed tourism sector. It calls the transport network perfectly crafted, incomparable, fully connected.
High praise.
Yeah. Airports, roads, railways, even waterways, getting around seems generally quite smooth, which is obviously a big plus for visitors.
That seamless travel is so important. And places to stay, you need variety there too.
Definitely. And Thailand delivers. You've got everything from super luxury hotels down to really affordable, clean hostels and guest houses. Something for every budget, every style.
And beyond just transport and beds, what about support services?
Also strong. The role of experienced tour operators and travel agents is highlighted. They help create those custom trips.
Right.
Plus, you've got easy access to information, good emergency services, modern medical facilities. That provides a sense of security.
Knowing that backup is there definitely helps people relax and enjoy their trip. And online platforms, that must have changed things hugely.
Oh, massively transformative.
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to book flights, hotels, tours, activities, all online from anywhere.
Yeah.
Just makes planning so much easier for everyone.
Makes it super accessible.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Thailand's efforts haven't gone unnoticed internationally.
Absolutely not. It's received loads of awards, international recognition for tourism excellence. Things like the National Village Award are mentioned. It shows a consistent focus on quality.
And this focus comes from the top.
It seems so. The government, specifically the Ministry of Tourism and Sports, plays a key role in promoting and managing everything.
Okay.
And there's also strategic planning, collaborating with neighbors Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia to boost the whole region's appeal. It's a coordinated effort.
Right, lifting the whole region up. Now, okay, the success is clear, but the research also flags some, well, important challenges and future trends.
Yeah, that's crucial because all this growth, while great economically, brings challenges. Environmental ones are big.
Like what specifically?
Over-tourism in some spots is one thing, and specifically the over-exploitation of marine resources, damage to reefs and marine life. It's a tough balance.
It really is.
Why?
Balancing the money with protecting the very things that draw people in. And the research lists quite a few challenges for the next decade or so.
It does. It's a pretty comprehensive list. Things like any negative perceptions that might exist.
Okay.
The need for more green consciousness in the industry, navigating politics, staying competitive globally, dealing with globalization's effects.
Managing carrying capacity, so not letting places get too crowded.
Exactly. Plus, preserving culture with so many visitors, making sure local communities actually benefit and can participate, and finding enough skilled workers. It's a lot to juggle.
It really shows that staying successful means you can't stand still. So, looking forward, what are the big trends expected to shape Thai tourism?
Several key things. Global events, obviously, will always play a role. Technology is huge. Think better feedback systems, maybe VR previews.
Virtual reality, wow.
Yeah, and really personalized recommendations. There's also a growing focus on using tourism money for conservation and community development.
That sounds positive.
Definitely. And the rise of digital nomads is another factor, plus increased demand for, more authentic travel, nature, eco-friendly stuff, culture, and the shift towards citizen travelers or community-based tourism.
So less about just ticking boxes, more about meaningful, sustainable trips.
That seems to be the direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tech will help tailor it. Well, you'll likely see more niche travel services, more online booking integration, maybe augmented reality at historical sites.
Oh, cool. Like seeing how a ruin used to look.
Oh, exactly. Or instant translation apps becoming even smoother. It's all evolving fast.
Constant evolution.
Yeah.
So what strategies are being looked at to keep growing, but also tackle these challenges?
It sounds like more targeted marketing, for one. And crucially, better coordination between the government, businesses, and local communities for sustainable practices.
Like what kind of practices?
Things like clear ecotourism rules, support for local businesses, educating everyone, tourists included, about responsible travel. Policy needs to really focus on protecting the environment and empowering locals.
So a proactive, joined-up approach for the long term. And it's interesting how challenges can actually spark opportunities.
Absolutely. Like over-tourism in one spot. That can push development of alternative, maybe less known places, spreading the benefits, or climate change concerns. That can drive innovation in eco-friendly transport or green hotels.
Turning negatives into drivers for positive change. Well, this has been really insightful. It's so clear that Thailand's popularity isn't just about nice beaches, is it? It's this complex mix.
It really is. We've seen how the strong economy rests on this deep history and vibrant culture, the amazing natural beauty, and really solid infrastructure and services.
Yeah.
And importantly, there seems to be a real awareness of the challenges and a plan to adapt to what's coming next.
So it's not just luck, it's this dynamic, evolving system that's aiming for both global appeal and, increasingly, sustainability. It really makes you appreciate all the different elements that have to align for a destination to reach that top tier.
Definitely.
And maybe for you, our listener, this has given you a richer picture of Thailand's multifaceted appeal. Perhaps even spark some ideas for your own future travels.